Crusader Caravans in Campbellfield, Victoria. Today we have to show you one of our brand new systems that we fitted to this customer's caravan. Today we're running a full Enerdrive B-Tech system. This system here is capable of doing some impressive free camp activity. It's going to give you, honestly, with ample sun and 4 solar on the roof, probably up to at least 3 to 4 weeks worth of free camp ability. Running 240 volt appliances with a 2600 watt inverter. These guys here at Enerdrive have just gone next level. So what we've got here for this particular customer, this customer's upgraded quite a few elements of this, so you can get a large or small package. Enerdrive do customize their options across their range. You can go for one battery, one 300 amp hour, one 200 amp hour. It's completely up to you. As you can see, they do take up a fair bit of space underneath the bed there, but I'll walk you through the system and what it actually does, so each part you can request on your new Crusader. So what we've got here is two 200 amp B-Tech batteries. The cabling that they use here is absolutely impressive. It is huge. So you can just see from the quality of the fixtures and fittings and the set out of this, there is next level wiring done here. So we've got two 200 amp B-Techs running parallel. So we've got 400 amp hours worth of battery power. That's going to be doing some huge power. So as far as what we're sitting at the moment, there's a monitoring system in the cupboard which we'll show you, which is through a siginificane system, which is these little duvalakis down here, going to be able to compute all the water tanks and a few of the powering shunts to be able to tell you. So these guys here are different wires. So it's going to give you an indication of how much solar is coming in, how much power is coming out, what the fridge is drawing, what the DC to DC charge is pulling, all of those individual parts. So we've got 4 large 200 amp hour breakers. That's for most control for our batteries, as well as our inverter and charging system. We have all of our large MIDI fuses, breakers, fuse panel, of course, the siginificane shunt senders. This here is an upgraded solar controller. So this guy here is a tri-star system, lithium compatible, of course. So this guy here, although it doesn't look too flash, this is nearly a $1,200 solar controller system. So this here is an MPPT solar controller. It puts in ample charge and gives ample charge out from the solar panels. It's going to capture and give you almost 100% efficiency from all of that solar power coming in. This here is a DC to DC charger. So most people understand that with their caravan chargers, the DC to DC charger in most caravans allows for ample input from the caravan, from the car's charging. So the alternator on most vehicles, at least the new ones anyway, do not have the power capacity to charge such a large assembly like this. This little guy here is going to be able to, with 40 amps, absolutely boost the power charging from the vehicle's alternator to the caravan's batteries. So if you can imagine in your head, people to explain to them what the real difference is, it's like getting a handyman into the house to be able to do some plumbing or a little bit of electrical and stuff. He's sort of an all-rounder. He's good at some things, he's good at a little bit of things, but the reality is he's not a specialized piece of equipment. He's not a specialized painter or specialized plumber or specialized electrician. These guys here, the trifecta here, are specialized pieces of equipment. This guy here is going to just focus on the car charging and portable solar charging. This guy here is going to focus on just those solar panels on the roof. So this guy's running 4 MPPT solar panels on the roof there at 180 watts. We've got a 40 amp 240 volt DC AC charging unit. That guy there, when powered, goes a massive impressive job charging the batteries from 240 volt power into 12 volt power. And last but not least, we've got this 2600 watt inverter. This guy here transforms all 240 volt power just from 12 volt power. So that's going to allow the processing of your air conditioner, for instance, or your microwave, or your hairdryer or coffee machine or anything like that, completely free camp. This guy here puts out more power than what the Pro Series Enerdrive systems do, and the sales on these are absolutely booming compared to that of the Pro Series. So these guys here is one of our favorite systems. These guys here are awesome. Specialized charging equipment. So what does it all look like? Obviously it takes a fair bit of room away, but we like putting them under the bed because it means that troubleshooting and finding and identifying, picking the phone to a customer saying, you know, press this guy here, do this, check this. You're going to be able to replace fuses, check switches, do all of that. These guys also have individual Bluetooth management systems. So you can actually log on to each individual battery, monitor the cells, monitor what's going on in there, and be able to get a really good in-depth view of how your batteries are coping and how it's all going together. In the overhead cupboard here, now keeping in mind this van's going through a pre-delivery stage, of course, so we're not finished just yet, but up here we've got our siginificane system and inverter control switch. So the inverter control switch, we just pop him on. That's going to power absolutely everything in the caravan. So the 240 is just switched on there, and our air conditioner now is just going to pop on. Whoop, pressing 2 buttons too quick. So there's our cooling, our microwave's on, everything's on. The batteries are sitting at 74%. It needs a good charge. You've got 1 day remaining. We've got minutes and hours, of course, with our monitoring systems. You've got all of the common load, total power flow, DC charging, how many hours are left, all of that sort of stuff. You're going to be monitoring the 13.3 volts up here from the house battery. And we've got all of our water tanks. So the great thing about the Enerdrive system is it uses resistor water floats inside the water tanks. So what it does is it gives you literally to the percentile and to the liter, 63 liters specifically. So it doesn't use one of the old school probes with the 12 volt electrical points on it. It actually uses a floating system. So you get that right to the milliliter or liter gauges on there as well through the Sigmarine system. It doesn't do a whole lot, the Sigmarine, but it absolutely looks fantastic. Tells you the cabinet temperature. It tells you every bit of piece of information you need to know. You can also log into it through Wi-Fi and Bluetooth as well, and just be able to monitor it, keep an eye on everything like that in sequential understanding of where you're at, as well as all the common loads from your portable solar panel, DC to DC charger, solar panels coming in. We hope we've gone through this enough for you to be able to understand why it's worth paying that little bit more to get your Enerdrive system. Crusader Caravans are now offering the Enerdrive system across all the Crusader Caravans Melbourne range. If you have any questions at all, please give us a call on 9359 2938. Send us an email at sales@crusadermelbourne.com, or alternatively head to our website www.crusadercaravansmelbourne.com.au to find out some more information. We'll see you there, guys.